Most members of the Dark Brotherhood, the shadowy assassins guild, would agree that stealth and subtlety is the best way to fulfill a contract. No mess, no fuss, no pesky fines or jail time, just a knife or arrow in the dark, and that's that. Most does not mean all. Gogron Grobolmog, for instance, has a different way of going about things.
What do you mean nobody can see you? Where's the fun in that? Damn the bonus, I say. Just walk in there and stab him.
But is his strategy of rushing in, swinging, and hoping for the best really viable? Today, I'm going to answer that question as I try to beat Oblivion's Dark Brotherhood questline without sneaking. The main rule for this challenge is that I'm not allowed to sneak or crouch at any point. This means I forgo the sneak attack damage multiplier, and if I get caught murdering someone, I have to deal with the consequences head on. I'm also not allowed to cast spells, although scrolls and powers are fine. To make things a bit harder, I'm not allowed to use skill training, make potions, or use staves. While it's not a rule, I'm going to try my best to level up as soon as I'm able to, just to keep things more interesting. Finally, I must play on Adept difficulty at all times. Now, with all that out of the way, let's see how far Gogron's advice will take us. Of course, in the spirit of Gogron, I play as an orc, a very unsubtle and blood-crazed looking one at that. I name myself Rogan Molbog. Think of my character as the spiritual successor of Gogron, in a way. As the intro sequence isn't relevant to the challenge at hand, I've downloaded a mod to skip it. I choose the lover as my birth sign. Rogan may not be the most gentle lover, but there's more charm to him than meets the eye. No, really, being able to paralyze my opponents while I wail on them with any blunt instrument of my choosing is gonna be a major boon. I make a custom class with strength and agility as favorite attributes. I want to be able to hit hard, but also often. For my skills, I pick every combat skill under the sun except for hand-to-hand, and acrobatics is my last one. I dubbed this class Berserker, as I'll be relying heavily on the orc's berserk power in battle. After using a modded tombstone as a get-out-of-jail-free card, I'm prompted to take some sort of amulet to a man named Joffrey. No clue what any of that means. All I care about right now is tasting blood. Luckily, the mod starts you off with the loot you'd get from the tutorial regardless, so I don't have to scavenge around like a skeever. I head straight to Bruma and break into Banelin's house using the one simple trick locksmiths hate. All you have to do is wait until the pin drops extremely quickly, almost instantly, then click it into place on the next go. It's not 100% foolproof, but it's the most reliable way to open locks of any level, until you get the skeleton key. I use this trick for pretty much every lock in this playthrough, so I won't bother going over my escapades and picking. Despite looking like a raisin with a wig, Banelin's voice sounds oddly young.
You're not Grom! Get out of my home! I don't want you here!
I bash him in the back of the head with my mace and end his life, provoking the ire of his bodyguard, Grom. Luckily, once I lead the burly Nord outside, the guards don't bother assessing the situation and presume him the aggressor, cutting him down in the streets.
Hope you rot, criminal scum. Go away.
Shh, it's okay. You're just, taking a nap. Right. Somehow, I don't get any extra bounty for that, so all I have to deal with are a few minor skill decreases. What's even stranger is that going back to Banelin's house doesn't count as trespassing, and taking his stuff isn't stealing. This lets me get some food, a steel helmet, and a steel short sword scot-free, giving me a decent head start. I sell some of his things at the nearby smithy, and contemplate buying a steel mace with my earnings, but first attempt to steal it instead. Unfortunately, the drag away and then take it trick from OG Oblivion doesn't work here. I try to toss the mace onto a witness's head to knock her out, but this doesn't work. So I reload a save and purchase the mace like a, good citizen. I need a nap after all that trouble.
You sleep rather soundly for a murderer. That's good. You'll need a clear conscience for what I'm about to propose. I am Lucien Lechance, speaker for the Dark Brotherhood. And you are a cold-blooded killer, capable of taking life without mercy or remorse. On the green road to the north of Breville lies the Inn of Ill Omen. There you will find a man named Rufio. Kill him. Excellent. Now please, accept this token from the Dark Brotherhood. It is a virgin blade, and thirsts for blood. May it serve your endeavors well.
Let's see if you've heard some rumors.
Did you ever hear about the ghost of Lord Vlindrel? They say he haunts the road to Coral. Not that I've ever seen him myself, mind you.
I don't know why, but I feel like he was supposed to say something else. Oh well, time to kill an old man. On the way to the inn, I get hungry for deer.
Driving in my car right after a beer. Hey, that bomb is shaped like a deer.
It was worth a shot. I guess I'll just have myself a light snack instead. Arriving at the inn, I get Rufio to confess to his crimes.
I didn't mean to do it, you understand me? She struggled. I told her to just stay still, but she wouldn't listen. I had no choice.
Yeah!
Hey, I had no choice. He shouldn't have struggled.
The slaying of Rufio is the signing of a covenant. The manner of execution, your signature. Rufio's blood, the ink. You will be asked a question. Answer thusly. Sanguine, my brother.
Sanguine? I thought we worshipped Sithis, not the Prince of Debauchery.
I'll be following your progress.
Ah, great. Now I've got a stalker. Well, talking with the creepy door, something that's only used once and never spoken of again, I get a set of light armor from Ochiva as my initiation gift. Sorry, but that's just not my style.
Using stealth to kill. It's just so weak.
But brother, what of the contracts that require subtlety? You must at least strive to earn the bonuses that are offered.
Bonuses? Useless, I say. Gold and magical trinkets are no substitute for the freedom to slaughter anyone I please, at any time.
Now that's my style. I think I like this guy already. My first proper contract is to kill a pirate on his own ship, but before that, I take stock of the sanctuary. And by take stock, I of course mean shove everything not nailed down into my pockets. We got rats and cats living together, mass hysteria. Might want to work on the form a bit, bud.
I'd hug you, but Ochiva told me not to. You know what they say. Home is where you hang your enemy's head. The great thing about killing a target up close and personal is you can talk to him before you do it. You know, say something scary. I had a contract to kill a little Nord girl at her birthday party. She asked me if I was the jester. So I said to her, no, I'm a messenger of death. You should have seen the look on her face. Anyway, she won't be seeing age 6.
Yep, I definitely like this guy.
A red god of courage and honor was he. Sail on, my Cyrus, sail on.
Wait, you mean the Cyrus?
Magnificent.
This lady says I'll be run through if I dare approach her ship. She opts for the much more devastating deterrent of crashing my game entirely. Clever. On my second try, I spot Hieronymus Lex chatting with the pirates on their ship. As soon as I take a step onto the planks connecting the ship and the land, Lex begins to slaughter the pirates one by one, clearly taking his duties very, well, a bit too seriously. At least it makes my job easier.
What in blazes? You ain't one of me crew. You best start explaining yourself, mate, if you want to get off this ship alive.
You can talk to him before you do it. You know, say something scary.
Next contract is, oh yeah, him.
If Bainlin is eliminated in any other manner, you will forfeit the bonus. Bainlin is dead, yes, but you did not fulfill the contract precisely as directed.
Well, that was simple. Next contract is Valen Dreth, someone in the Imperial prison.
It should be easy enough to locate Dreth in his small cell. Besides, I think you know the way,
Nope. I have no clue what you're talking about. I just touched some weird gravestone and poof, there I was. Before I leave, I might as well stock up on...
Foul-smelling ape.
Okay, that's it. Time to see how many of those 9 lives you have left.
Hey, come on now, by the nine gift. Help! I'm being attacked!
It's a fight you get.
Why, brother? Why? Excuse me, sister. Can you spare a moment?
The sewers don't contain anything but rats and crabs, so I use this opportunity to level my hand-to-hand skill.
Those assassins got what they wanted. The Emperor is dead. They got no reason to come back.
Is that a typo? Literally unplayable, 0 out of 10. I stand no chance against the guards here, so I take Gogron's advice.
If discovered, don't be a fool. Flee.
And make a mad dash into the prison, where I proceed to cave in Valen's skull quite easily. Grabbing the key, I escape the prison and surrender to Adamas Philida before suddenly getting a letter to join the Thieves Guild? Whoa, one guild at a time. Vicente is so happy with my performance that he bounces up and down in excitement.
To offer it to any other family member, I've come to rely on your abilities.
My next contract is to pretend to take someone's life.
You must go to the city of Coral and break into the house of Francois Mortiere. Inside you will find Mortiere waiting for you. Do not kill him.
Lame. Let's hear Gogron's advice.
Fake a death. And you can't even kill the enforcer? I don't envy you, friend.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one, Gogron. Alright, better stock up before I...
Excuse me, brother. Walk with darkness, child of the Night Mother.
Well, you just broke one of the 5 tenets. Good luck with the Wrath of Sithis, dude. After hides his heart teleports into Mortiere's house, I give him a little prick with the knife and flee as instructed. However, Hides follows me outside and the guards cut him down in the streets, failing the mission without my input. I try to get into the Undercroft to see if Mortiere is still in there, but oddly the key doesn't work. Since I had to sneak to get the key, I reload a save as to not fail the challenge, then just head back and report what happened.
So, the enforcer Hides his heart has been killed. By failing to fulfill this contract, you have brought shame upon us all. Leave me now, and contemplate your uselessness as a member of this family. I look at you and wonder how you're still alive, considering your utter incompetence as an assassin. With any luck, this contract will be your last.
Blech.
I would not feed on you if you were the last warm body in Tamriel.
Alright, I can handle physical and elemental damage, but emotional is where I draw the line.
Die, Cur! You'll never take me down! Die, Cur!
Anyway, my next contract is a secretive high elf in the Imperial City.
You kill him up close, face to face, and you still get the bonus. I wish all the contracts were like that.
Talking to a random dark elf lets me track him down to the Tiber Septim Hotel, where apparently they like to throw sheep raves. Then wait until he sleeps next to his wife, and...
What's going on? Help! Murder!
Stop right there, criminal scum.
Wait, I only get a 40 gold bounty for murdering 2 people with an axe? Hey, I'll take it. Next up is killing Roderick for being such a jerk to Greg.
You must remain undetected.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
What do you mean nobody can see you? Where's the fun in that? Damn the bonus, I say. Just walk in there and stab him.
Oh, Gron, you truly do get me. I head north from Horse Whisperer's stables and then cut my way through all the mercenaries. It's not easy, but I get the job done. Then, when no one is around to witness me, I give Roderick a good fisting.
You were to avoid detection.
To be fair, I did kill anyone who could detect me in the first place.
It would seem you and Gogren share a similar style.
Okay, I won't fight you on that one. Next up is Whodunit, one of the most well-written and intricate quests in...
So,
May you rest in peace.
Oh. Never mind. Next up is killing Adamus Philida, for which Ochiva suggests I use the Rose of Sithis on him while he's unarmored.
Think that Imperial Legion scrap can stop a well-forged claymore? Not bloody likely.
I go for a more direct approach.
You Dark Brotherhood types are all the same. All sneak and no swing.
You elves are all the same. All flash and no fear.
Okay, maybe I just need a better weapon? I go to Anvil to get a crystal ball for some lady, almost being killed by wraiths. In return, she gives me Red Wave, a cutlass enchanted with 15 points of drain health. Surely this will make a major difference. Never mind. Rose of Sithis it is. See, even with Berserk, Lover's Kiss, and nearly every other buff in my damn inventory, I still stand no chance against Adamus and his lackeys. So, I steal a bow from a nearby shop, and before anyone can react, Adamus is run through on his daily swim. Sure, I used a bow, and sure, I took him unaware, but I didn't sneak, and that's the important part. I'm not sure how that didn't give me a bounty, considering I did it in plain sight of a guard, but I'll take it. What's more, I fulfilled the optional part of the contract by slipping his finger into his successor's desk, then pay off my oddly meager bounty. Having impressed the Black Hand, which is like the secret authority behind the Dark Brotherhood, they send me a letter to meet with Lucian in the nearby Fort Farragut. The undead in the fort are nothing to write home about, and I soon meet up with Mr. Burke himself.
I'm afraid there is a situation. The time has come to test both your skill and your loyalty to Sithis. Everyone inside the sanctuary must die.
Well, well, well. It looks like the backstabbers are going to be the ones getting backstabbed tonight. But before committing the unthinkable, I at least want Tanava's soul to rest with closure. So I clear up the whole Scartail business for him.
Are you Bob?
Have to be honest, I kinda expected more of a fight than that.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
Better them than me. Why, brother? Why?
Brother, I beg your mercy.
You dare attack me? Why, brother? Why?
Oh, Gogron. I'm sorry I had to do this to you, Gogron. But it had to be done. Rest in peace, my good friend.
Ha! Yeah! Whoa! Ha!
Night, Mother, I beg your mercy. What? Brother, what? Night, Mother, I beg your mercy.
Well, with that emotional roller coaster off my shoulders, Lucian informs me that I will be picking up my contracts from Dead Drops from now on. Heh, Dead Drops. Funny. While my loyalty to my brothers and sisters may have faltered, my loyalty to the Dreadfather never will, so I continue to cut a bloody swath through Cyrodiil. My first target is a wizard trying to become a lich, but before facing him, I go to the Imperial City for a little trading.
Herbal Grow Orcog knows you need axes and blunt weapons. Big ones. The Big Orc Weapons Shop. Big weapons for big heroes.
Herbal Grow Oracle knows you need axes and blunt weapons. Big ones. The Big Orc Weapons Shop. Big weapons for big heroes.
Look how they massacred my boy.
The challenge of Leaf Rock Cave isn't so much the cave itself, but the long distance it is from any major point of interest. I have to take a swim across the Nibin Bay, fight a random conjurer, a bunch of goblins, and walk my ass a good way before getting there. Once I'm inside, all there is are lowly skeletons and zombies, nothing I can't handle. Even the mage himself, while he does manage to get my health quite low, is ultimately taken out by his own Ghost Frost spell. Pfft, embarrassing. What's better, his alchemy equipment sells for a pretty penny, letting me afford some more healing potions. Next is killing all the members of the Draconis family.
My children? Whatever for? Oh dear. Excuse an old woman's stupidity. You're here to pick up my gift list. Using your gift service...
Wait, is that... For Matthias, I break in, whack him, and surrender to pay my 40 gold bounty. Again, that's an oddly low penalty for murder. For Andreas, I taunt him so he attacks me first, resulting in no beef with the guards.
My mother? No. What have you done to her? I'll kill you! Ah!
My mother? No! What have you done to her? I'll kill you! Ah!
I'll let you decide who did that line better. I use a rally scroll on the guard so we can easily smear him across the floor. For Sibylla, I run around the cave, using the terrain to my advantage while blocking and whittling her down with heavy attacks until I can finish her off. The animals in there were a minor distraction at best. Finally, there's Kaela. I paralyze her with Lover's Kiss and then use Berserk to take her down.
By the gods, there's a psychopath on the loose. By the gods, there's a psychopath on the loose. By the gods, there's a psychopath on the loose. By the Nine Divines, assault! Assault!
I have to go to jail for murdering her, but again, the skill penalties are nothing I can't work around. Next is killing Jagasta, master of the unarmed and unarmored skills. He's much less of a pushover. Even with Rufio's ghost helping me out, even with poison, berserk, lover's kiss, and alcohol, Jagasta's ability to disarm me, high speed, and tanky nature make him a major pain. Eventually, I managed to kill him by baiting him around while Rufio's ghost pelts him with frost magic, then using a paralysis poison and power attacks to finish him off. Finally. Next on the chopping block is an Argonian psycho living in a cave. While Argonians are known for their aquatic affinity, it's actually more of a hindrance for Shalise. Once she gets in the water, she's unable to climb back out, so I can just recover my health and stamina while she's unable to do anything to me. With enough back and forth, I barely end her existence by the skin of my teeth, and pick up my next contract, Alval Ulvani. Despite his tough talk, the Dark Elf is no match for the Berserk to Lover's Kiss combo.
You such fun! Look out! Someone's being attacked!
Huh, he had mead on him even though he's dangerously allergic to honey. I'm not gonna question it. With all the earnings from my contracts, paying off the fine for murder is a non-issue. After buying some more health potions, my next contract is someone I would have an affinity for if not for my duty, a brutish Nord barbarian living in the mountains. He's far too strong for me to take in a head-on fight, highlighting the advantage of sneak attack multipliers. It's clear the devs expected you to take the sneaky route, as many of the targets like Lex, Jagasta, and Havelstein are quite difficult when a direct approach is used. I attempt, and fail, to use Lover's Kiss to paralyze them and push him off the mountain to his death. That's when I notice he lunges forward uncontrollably when he does a power attack. I first use Lover's Kiss to nudge him into a bad spot, and then taunt him into doing power attack after power attack. As he falls down the mountain, his health slowly drains bit by bit. Once he's weakened enough, I pull out my hammer and use healing potions to beat him in a war of attrition, finally sending his soul to Sovngarde. Ungolem, a wood elf archer, is my next target. While his bow does decent damage, its low rate of attack means I'm able to quickly crush him into...
No! No! I'm too late. I thought I could get here in time. Thought I could stop you!
Wait, how did you get here so fast?
You have betrayed the Dark Brotherhood. Why? You have been systematically killing off all of the members of the Black Hand. The traitor somehow switched your orders. We must find out who is behind this betrayal.
Alright, time to find the backstabber among backstabbers. Except for me, but that was one time. I intimidate the courier to learn that I need to go to the lighthouse, but before I can relay the news of the betrayer to the Black Hand, they peel Lucian like an orange. There's no option to tell them the truth, oddly enough, so I have to go along with their scheme of asking the Night Mother for help. Once we're inside the Night Mother's crypt, however, Bellamont loudly announces his betrayal, and then slowly stabs 2 trained assassins to death with no resistance. I feel like we could have easily stopped him at several points, but plot's got a plot. After a short skirmish, the traitor is vanquished, and all that's left is to be praised by the Night Mother for my service.
So, at last we meet. I have been following your strange journey through the Dark Brotherhood, young one. Your killing of the old man Bainland, the execution of Adamus Philida, the way you stalked and murdered each member of the Draconis family. Your purification of the Cheydinhal Sanctuary. You, a mere underling, even managed to single-handedly eliminate half of my Black Hand. So you did, my child. So you did. You obeyed your orders and showed no mercy or remorse. How could I ask for a better servant? If only my other children had served me so well. You see, I have known of Matthew Bellamont's intentions since he was just a boy. I knew of his thirst for vengeance. I could have informed my listener, but I refused. Refused to reward such incompetence. Ungoliant was weak. Indeed, I allowed Matthew Bellamont to proceed on his destructive course. Don't you see? Our dread father foresaw your defeat of the traitor here in this very crypt. You have been chosen. You are to be my new listener. You possess strength and cunning, and a heart as black as midnight. You were marked by Sithis the moment you emerged from your mother's womb. Leave this crypt, and serve our dread father till your dying breath.
This proves that, yes, you can beat Oblivion's Dark Brotherhood without sneaking. Overall, this playthrough was pretty straightforward and fun. It was kinda satisfying just blasting my way through the contracts with brute force, after all the times I used subterfuge and stealth to get my way. There were a lot of tricky moments, don't get me wrong, but that just made overcoming them all the sweeter in the end. Would I recommend this playstyle for the Dark Brotherhood? No. You miss out on several unique bonuses and it's not nearly as efficient, especially near the end where more tanky targets are introduced. Gogron's advice may not be the most practical, but it got the job done at the end of the day. Just in a much more messy fashion than I'm sure the Brotherhood intended. Hey everyone, thanks for watching yet another video. I appreciate any support you can give me so I can make similar content for you in the future. If you liked the video, leave a like or subscribe. It only takes a second, but it helps me grow a ton. If you didn't like the video, leave a dislike and give constructive criticism so I can improve. Also, leave your ideas for new videos in the comments. I read all the comments that come my way and put your ideas at the end of each video. Who knows, your idea might even become an official video. If you really want to support me, go to my Patreon or become a channel member, which will get you shouted out, guarantee an opportunity to chat with me, and make your ideas much more likely to become reality. Plus, it's only 17 cents a day. Even just 20 subscribers to my Patreon would mean a lot to me, and help me put out even better content. Check me out on Reddit or Discord using the links in the description if you want to chat, or check out my second channel, The Loophole, for some extra content. This is Causal Loop, signing off. Peace.